Are you aware that nearly 200 million people could end up without jobs by the end of the year? Workers and businesses all around the world are facing serious challenges, and Ghana is not an exception. In light of this, JoyBusiness is organizing a Jobs and Salaries Roundtable dialogue to discuss sustainable solutions to aid in the preservation of current jobs. The theme for this discussion is working towards sustainable jobs during and after COVID-19. Date is 30th July 2020, and the venue is the LABADI Beach Hotel. Time is 10 a.m. On the panel are Bright Rekobrobe, Deputy Minister for Employment; Austin Game, CEO, Game and Game Group; Rose Kakari Anan, Deputy Chairperson, National Labour Commission; Alex Frimpong, CEO, Ghana Employers Association; and Frank Adeto, National Projects Coordinator from the International Labour Organization. If you've been affected by the recent layoffs and willing to share your experience or want to participate, call 0596 913438. The JoyBusiness Jobs and Salaries Roundtable discussion will be live on JoyNews, Joy 99.7 FM, and myjoyonline.com. JoyBusiness, empowering, prospering together.
And we are going to be talking about what you just saw. JoyBusiness is holding a very important discussion tomorrow, focusing on sustainable jobs during and after COVID-19. The JoyBusiness Jobs and Salaries Roundtable, which takes place at the LABADI Beach Hotel, will bring together key players in the employment industry to deliberate on these issues. So joining me in studio is Odilia Ntiama, who is Head of Business Programming here at the Multimedia Group. And she joins me for a look ahead to the event. Great to have you in studio. Yeah. I remember the Industrialization Forum was a great one. And so now we are continuing with the Jobs and Salaries Roundtable. I don't need to ask you why we are discussing this, right? But talk to me about, talk to me about it.
So remember that in America, it's very easy for you to be able to tell even the number of people that have lost their jobs. The numbers keep going up. Yeah. But here, if you actually went online to just find out exactly what was going on, how many people have lost their jobs during this COVID, it's not there. But remember that Act 651, which is the Labor Act, requires that we set up like employment centers where people could just easily go fill a form, say I've lost my job based on that. So the question is, how will this insurance package, which government will be giving to the unemployed, how is it going to be disbursed? Because they need these figures to be able to tell it. After that, how did even government disburse those kinds of stimulus packages to various businesses? These are all questions on our minds, and we'll be putting them to the Deputy Employment Minister. And
it's not just about those who have lost their jobs, but those who are seeking to be employed.
Exactly.
And then the focus on sustainable jobs. Exactly. What jobs can you get this time, and how long can you be on that job?
True. So you notice that you have also companies that are in a dilemma as to wanting to do the right things. They just don't have the money to sustain the workers in their businesses anymore. They need to let some go. Some companies are doing half salaries. But did you also know, for example, that all of this, the company will need to discuss with you first. But certain companies are just going straight away, just issuing half salaries, sending people home without really telling them. At what point should companies even make a disclosure of what is actually sitting on their books? Should you really know as an employee? All of these things are some of the things that we'll be discussing.
Interesting you bring up salaries, because I've been bugging you for a raise, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that after the program.
That's a good one.
And so what speakers are we expecting at the event?
Yeah, so we're expecting Frank Adeto, who is with the ILO. We're expecting also Rose Anan, who is coming from the National Labour Commission. We're expecting Labour expert Austin Game. Austin Game is actually one of the framers of the labor law in 2003. So it's very good that we get him there to put it in proper perspective. I'm hearing that there's actually going to be a review pretty soon. So this conversation really sits at the right place.
Nice.
Bryce Rekubrobe, who is the Deputy Minister for Employment, he'll be there providing proper perspective as to what government is doing, looking at the long haul. There have been changes in what we even do now at the workplace. Companies are looking at working virtual. If we're going to do virtual, it means that it's likely that some people will lose their jobs. What is also the skill set for us as a people going virtual? And when you look at our educational system, does it fit into this kind of skill set that we're looking at? So that is why we will have somebody like the minister actually there. Well, we're also getting Alex Rimpong, the Ghana Employers Association also there. And then the TUC boss will also be there.
And these are the big names when we talk about employment issues. So we've got the big names there. And for those who have experienced layoffs during these times, you are also encouraging them to be a part of the conversation.
Exactly. What we're saying is that we just need two people who've had like really outrageous experiences to just come and share at the LABADI Beach Hotel. Because of social distancing issues, we can't have everybody there. And so it's strictly by invitation. If you actually think you've had a bad experience and you'd like to share, just call 0244-604224, and then we will vet your experience and determine whether you can be there.
Okay, and so that event is set to take place tomorrow at 10.
At 10.
So because of COVID-19, everybody can't be there. So how can others be a part of it?
Okay, so it's going to be live on Joy FM. It's also going to be live on all our social media platforms. And then we definitely will get it also across all the platforms for television. All
right, sounds exciting. Thanks very much indeed. That was Odilia Ntiama, who is head of business programming here at the Multimedia Group Limited.